This beast behind me here is a Benetti 145 Vision. This is a big boat. We've had a few Benettis on the channel before, but they've been the smaller ones. They're 121 foot. It might have had a 131 foot. We've not had a 145. And it's amazing the difference this makes when you go on board. This particular boat is a 2005. In fact, it was hull number 5. And we are, of course, going to do the garage, the engine space, the crew cabins, the deck areas, the lot. But I'm going to take you inside first of all, and we will work our way through. But these Benettis are always a really popular super yacht. You know, they do this stuff well. In fact, you can see there's another one right alongside. And yeah, they're pretty impressive. Let's go and have a look. So we need to touch a button over here. That will power those open. And we've got the very classic Italian styling in here, with the dark wood and the light furniture. And the bar down here. You might remember that on the 121 Classics, the access to the lower deck was in the centre here. Well, with this one, because it's such a big boat, they've put it in a completely different place, and you'll see that as we go further forward. Crew access and areas are down on that side. We will take a look at that. I'm going to take you up this side first of all, and we will do the full tour. But yeah, that is classic super yacht, isn't it? There we go. This, of course, you can have as a dining area. Some owners never ever dine inside, so they will prefer to have this, like as this person has done, to have this like a little TV snug area. But of course, if you wanted a dining table in there, then yes, that's exactly where that would go. Look at this area here. This is the kind of stuff that you get on this size of yacht compared to the 121. So rather than the stairs going down to the lower deck in the middle of the saloon, on this one, you come to a completely separate lobby area, and they head on down there. In fact, you've got doors here as well. You can see them on this side. So if you're alongside a dock, this can be a way into the boat. And then from here, of course, you can go aft to that saloon. You can go down, you can go up, you can go forward. It's quite a good place to access the boat. There we go. We'll do all of that, of course. That is through to the crew area. We'll do that too. I'll show you the other side of that door. Day heads is in this one. There we go. Like so. And then this is another area that you're seeing the difference with the 145, because what you have here is a proper little office as you go into here. Look at this, this is fantastic. You can interview people here, can't you? What do you think you can bring to this yacht or job? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, etc. There we go. Forward from here then, we have, this is like a dressing area down through here. So this is storage and wardrobes and so on. As you can see, a lot of owner gear on, so I won't delve too deeply into there. There's a full-on walk-in wardrobe over here. Look at this. That's the real deal, isn't it? As I say, you are a league up with this. It's interesting to see the difference. You think, well, another 20 feet, that won't make much difference, will it? But it does, because this is, I think I'm right in saying this is 30 foot wide. It's a big yacht. We've got the bathroom here, quite literally. Here we go. And of course, the basin, and then the loo is over on this side. But there's actually, if we cross over, another one. So you don't need to share shower, sink, loo. That's a mirror there, by the way, there's not two loos. And we all know which one she's getting, which one he's getting, don't we? Yes, we do. And this then is the actual owner's cabin, and if I stand very still, I might even get that flickering to stop. Then again, I might not. Oh well, there we are. It's part of the magic of the tours, isn't it? You've got access from here straight out into this private area up at the front. And I'm not sure how that opens, to be perfectly honest with you, but I'll just sort of poke the camera that way and you can see we've got a little dining area on that side, and we've got the anchor handling kit up there. That's storage, I believe, for spare propellers, and there's a davit there to lift them in and out. There we go, but that is big space, isn't it? big boat. Good, let's press on. I'll take you down to the lower deck and then we'll go and look at the crew spaces and then we'll work our way on up through. So, I love the way this sweeps around like this. That's quite majestic, isn't it? Nice. Down here, we've got, again, really big, well-proportioned cabins, aren't they? AV equipment, of course, wardrobes, of course, dressing table, and the ensuite to this one is tucked away. Back here, door on that one, like so. Shower on that one. Of course, this closes off completely like an ordinary bathroom door would do, as you'd expect. It's nice, isn't it? Rainfall shower, perfect. There we go. That's that one then. Nice. Let's take a wander across. I think there are 4 down here. Let's go this way. So this dog legs around. It's like a little dressing area here because you've got big wardrobes in here, like this. These are all a really good size. That's what that stairway sweeps round. That's what that's curved there. Looks nice though, doesn't it? There we go. Put your kids in there, they're out of fighting range of each other, aren't they? Mirror wave, heads, shower, and my socks are squeaking, just in case you think that's anything to be suspicious about. Nobody's shortchanged in this one. It is amazing. You should go and have a look at a Benetti 121. People often think, well, you know, as I mentioned earlier, another sort of 24 foot can't make that much difference, but it is vast the amount of difference it makes. Look at this. That's a big, big cabin, isn't it? Again, dressing table, again, wardrobes. I won't open it all because it will be a long day. And then again, heads and shower and squeaky socks. Right, which one have we not done? I think we've not done this one. Yeah, that's a mirror, isn't it? Which is why I was getting slightly confused. That is a mirror of the other one. Okay, so again, the ensuite and the shower. But just to be absolutely sure, because I'm starting to doubt myself, yeah, it's exactly what it is. Okay, so we've got these 2 forward with the twins, and we've got the 2 doubles then here and here. Nice, isn't it? Good, I think we've done that very comprehensively. In fact, I think we've done it one of those cabins twice. That's engineering space in there. And a bit of storage. Good, 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 good. Okay, I'm going to take you round. I'm going to take you into the crew areas next, and then we'll go on up. So we can go through here. I'll show you the other side of that. No, we can't. That's wardrobes. What am I talking about? We could go, that's the door into the crew space. I'll show you the other side of that so you can see what that is in a minute. This one here is storage, like this. There we go. I love this little space here. Great place for a movie night, isn't it? Okay, let's cross over. There's a little foot button down here, and if I operate it correctly, away it goes. There we go. Access to the bridge, we'll do that in a moment. Pantry area is here. Side door out onto the side deck. A lot of refrigeration here, but there's more of that, and I'll show you where that is very shortly. Pretty sure I'm right in saying that's a dumbwaiter. There we go. Upper deck, sun deck, main deck. Jolly good. We'll look out for that. Wine cooler is here. This is refrigeration, well, freezer actually, is that one. That's fridge there. There we go, it's a door powering shut. A load more refrigeration here, but there is yet more, and then a pretty decent sized galley up through here. There we go, tiny bit of flicker. Are you going to stop for me? No. Oh well. There we go. This one then takes us down to the crew areas. That's the door that I pointed out from the main passageway. So forward of there is the owner's cabin. And then down here, a very nice crew mess area. Look at that. I'd be quite happy with that as a saloon on my own boat, to be honest. See the water there reflecting on those portholes, lovely. Massive TV. These are in use. I can show you this one, because this one I think is not in use, but there are cabins like this. There's an ensuite, of which the light is off. Hang on. There we go. So separate shower, loo, sink, but the other ones are in use, so we're not going to go into those. So there's one there. There's another one very similar here. There's another one very similar here. And then we come right on forward. There's a day heads here, or this can actually be closed off so that you can use this all as one big sort of suite cabin. And that's in use. We're not going in there. More refrigeration. We've got access straight out of the boat from here, out onto the deck. And then this one is storage, I believe. Yeah, pantry. There we go. I'd be like there somewhere, but anyway, let's not worry too much about that. So, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crew, and then there is a captain's cabin as well. And if we go down here, this takes us down to like a bit of a utility area. So what we've got down here is, again, this is something you don't normally see on the smaller ones, but we've got the laundry facilities are all down here. We've got ironing board, huge freezer just here. Yeah, just a nice laundry or utility space. That one, interestingly, is access to engineering areas, and if you go all the way on down through there, you can actually get to the engine space. It will take a more conventional route, but yeah, that goes all the way on down through the boat. Not going that way though. We'll access that from the garage. There we go. Lovely. All right, let's come out of here. Loop on round. There we go. Pretty sure that, in fact I'm absolutely certain because it's written on it, that's emergency exit, so that will take you through into the lower deck and out through the other stairway if you couldn't get out through here. Good, let's come out of here and we'll head on up and I'll show you the, let's say that one's through to the main passageway by the owner's cabin. We'll come out of here. Hello.
No, sorry.
No problem at all. And this time we're going to use this stairway, and that will take us up. There's a crew route. There is also a guest route up this level. So we've got another pantry here. There's the dumbwaiter. And then this brings us out onto the upper deck. So we've got this area here, all very nice. All very nice. That's informative, isn't it? But yeah, that is nice though, isn't it? Look. We'll come back through here, I think. So that was the crew route up. The guest route up is up this one. So that's that lobby that we came through with the stairs that went down and the stairs that went up. There's a day heads up here. That's this one, like so. There we go. And then forward to the bridge. And again, it's just another cut above, isn't it? Impressive. There we go. Wheel in the centre. People sometimes say, why are the seats offset? Well, it's because you don't sit and steer it down the road like a car. If you are in port, you're using the steering and you want to be stood here with maximum visibility. Once you're out of the harbour, you're on autopilot, and then you can take a seat and you just want to be monitoring controls, keeping a lookout, that kind of thing. So yeah, you don't sit and drive them. If you come right on round, captain's cabin here, very much in use. So we won't go diving into there, but there's an ensuite to that one as well, of course. Okay, let's swing on round. Let's take a quick look out of here. Open, there we go. This brings us out and round onto a Portuguese bridge. There's that one behind me. And this is how you access for the crew to get to that forward area. Obviously, you don't want to be going through the owner's cabin to get to the anchor, windlasses and so forth. So this is a route forward. We've got the steps to go down here and around. That's that area I told you with the spare props and the davits to lift them out. That's the anchor handling kit up there. That's Palm Beach. Look at that. Fantastic. Good. There we are. We've got another deck to go. Starlink on this one. If we come around here, I'll just show you, that's access back down to the main deck. There's also access back into the wheelhouse from there. However, that one's locked, so we'll come back and we'll come back through this way. Again, that takes you down and back. There we go. Close that behind me. Good, right. Let's loop on back. I'm going to take you through here. So, guest route up, day heads, sky lounge, bar, and the route we came up, which was the crew route, was up through some steps just up around there. Hopefully that will make sense. Good. Let's press on a bit further. Okay, so check this out. This is rather a novel feature, because what they've done with this is they've made this into a bit of a winter garden. So this is all open, and this of course is the main dining area, which is why we didn't see it down on the main deck. But you can wall in all of this. I don't know whether we can see them. Let's have a look around here. Yeah, I think that's them sliding out from here. So they're hidden in behind here, and they slide around, and this can all be enclosed all the way around. So that is very much an inside-outside area, depending on how you configure the glass doors. Exercise equipment is here, a running machine and a bike. We've got access, might go that way actually, down to the aft deck, and another seating area here out the back. But yeah, that's a big space, isn't it? Good. Let's cross over here and up again. This then is taking us up to the sundeck. We've got another outside eating area up here. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi. And if we come right on forward, then was a rowing machine here for a start. Obviously this is just to owner stuff. This is nice, isn't it? And then we've got the bar area up here as well. Let's go right on around and I'll show you that. There we go. Usual kind of stuff. So, ice maker, etc. Sink and so forth. Pizza oven is back here, and the hot tub is back here as well. And there we go. And then we've got a massive amount of sunbathing all the way around the back. What a lovely spot that is to lie out and chill out. Life rafts are up here, and we've got the bimini up here as well for a bit of shade. Good. Let's go right forward. We'll cover all areas, haven't we? Here we go. Another very nice convivial area up on the bow. Nice place for underway, because you've got these windows here giving you plenty of shade from the wind, but a tremendous view out. Look at this. Big boat, isn't it? Superb. Okay, let's come on back, loop round and head down. I want to take you down and show you the garage, and I want to show you the engines.
Yeah, that's what does it.
So we can come right on around here. We'll take this route this time, so this will bring us back down. So that's past that winter garden where we came through. That was that sky lounge in through there. And the bridge was further forward. That's the bridge deck basically. This one, I love all these curves on these staircases. Brings us right back to this area. And then we can come back and down. Look at these hinges. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. You can see here how the transom rotates. So when you're underway, this is flush against the back of the boat. When you're stopped, you can rotate it back and down as we have it here. That gives you this area right at water level, which is fabulous. There we go. We really are right down at sea level. And then in here, we have a beam crane in the center, and that allows you to lift and bring in a 19-foot, I think you've got a Navari tender in this one. But yeah, big tender, because it's a big garage. Again, it's what you get when you get to this sort of size. Jet skis in here as well, of course, they can be brought across and then lifted and out. Personal watercraft, I should call them, because they are not jet skis. That one there, some kind of exciting engineering space. Oh, Atlas converter, that's what that fellow just there is, which means you can convert the voltage and frequency wherever you are plugged in to the correct voltage and frequency for the boat. Another chest freezer over there. And this one, there we go, these are these Atlas power converters. But that stairway takes you back up to the side deck. So, of course, if that garage is shut, you can't come in that way. Or if you're out at sea and you don't want to go down the back of the boat, of course, then that gives another route in. We've got workbench down here. And we've got an engineer's office. Again, it's what you're getting with that sort of bigger league, isn't it? Very, very nice. You can see that stairway now. And in fact, you can see what that comes out. There we go, onto the side deck up there. And then from here we can come forward through this door, open in a minute of course, into the engine space. Huge generators on here. I was told they're over 100 kilowatts each, and I can't remember the exact number. I think 115 kilowatts, something like that. There's two of them. Look at that, they're massive. And then the engines are up here. Caterpillars in this one. In fact, let's go around this way, we'll see it a bit better. These are 3508B engines. They're really physically big engines despite not being massively powerful, which means they're very, very unstressed. They're designed for longevity rather than high performance. So you're looking at 1,300 horsepower, which for an engine of that size is not a very great deal. And deliberately so, as I say, it's not about high performance, this boat, it's about longevity and being able to cruise and cruise and cruise. So you've got a top speed of about 16 knots, which is pretty respectable, but at 10 knots you've got 6,000 miles of range, and that's what you don't get with great big engines. That's what this boat does. It does serious, long-legged, long-distance cruising. Here we go. Here's the other one. Yeah, 3508Bs. Look at this. This is some serious kit, isn't it? Nice, nice, nice. Fuel transfers up here. That, do you remember I pointed out that passageway so you can get to the engine room and carry on all the way through the whole boat? That's where you pop out. So that's another route out and through and into a completely different section of the boat, either for convenience or for safety. Tool chest down here. As I say, these monumental generators. I mean, that is much, much bigger than the main engine in my boat. Admittedly, my boat's a little bit smaller. Yeah, little ship stuff, isn't it? That's fantastic. Big old engine room. Look at the headroom in here. There we go. I am over 6 foot, and that, it's a long way up. Brilliant. Okay, I got a feeling we've just about covered that one. Let's come out of here. Back through the control room. We'll go this way this time, shall we? Out. So here we've got wetsuits, that kind of thing. Water maker is in here, and that's those Atlas converters. I think they're Atlas, yes. Yeah, pretty sure they are. Anyway, whatever make they are, they do the converting of the shore power frequency and voltage to the correct setting for the boat. Right, let's go through there. Try not to bang my head on that. And that, my friends, is about the size of that. Let's come back out onto this beach club area. And I am going to stand right here. I'm going to say massive thanks to Denison Yachts. They've organised this tour. And massive thanks to you guys, of course, for watching it. Let me know what you think of that one. And we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Shower.